Okay, let's talk about something you probably have in your kitchen right now. Something that looks, well, totally harmless, but it's hiding a pretty wild secret. And yeah, it's a little bit radioactive.
So let's peel back the layers, so to speak, on this crazy fact about bananas.
So here it is. Is that banana sitting on your counter actually radioactive? And the answer is, yep, it totally is. The ones you slice up for your oatmeal, them too. They're all emitting a tiny bit of radiation. But hold on, don't go throwing out your fruit just yet. Let's get to the bottom of what's actually going on.
Okay, so what gives? Where is this radiation even coming from? Is it some kind of weird pesticide? Something in the ground? Let's dig in and find the real source.
The truth is, it's way simpler and, well, way more natural than you might think. See, it's not something that gets added to the banana. It's literally part of the banana itself. It all boils down to a specific element that's been around forever. And here's our culprit, potassium-40. Now, the most important word here is natural. You know how everyone says bananas are packed with potassium, right? It's good for you, helps with muscle cramps, all that stuff. Well, it turns out that a very, very small piece of all the potassium in the entire world is this specific version, this isotope called potassium-40. And because it's a little unstable, it slowly breaks down. And when it does, it lets off a tiny little puff of energy, which is what we call radiation. And get this, it's not just bananas. You, me, every living thing on this planet, we've all got naturally radioactive stuff inside us, like carbon-14 and, yep, even potassium-40.
Okay, so this is where context becomes everything. I know the word radiation can sound pretty intense, right? But the thing is, we're literally swimming in low levels of natural radiation all the time. It comes from the sun, from the dirt under our feet, even from the air we breathe. It's all about the dose. So let's try to get a real handle on just how tiny these tiny amounts from a banana really are.
Seriously, there's absolutely no need to worry. Your body is a pro at this. It knows exactly how to handle the potassium you get from a banana, including that little bit of potassium-40. It just takes what it needs and flushes out the rest. Which, of course, brings us to the big, burning question.
Let's just play a little game. Let's pretend your body couldn't get rid of the extra potassium. How many bananas would you have to eat, like right now, in one go, for the radiation to actually be dangerous? What are we talking here, a dozen, 100, maybe 1,000?
The answer is millions. Not 1,000, millions. You would have to eat millions of bananas all at once for the radiation to even begin to be a problem. And let's be real, you would have some other, much more immediate health issues way, way before the radiation ever got to you.
And that right there is the whole point. It's not that they're radioactive, it's how radioactive they are. The scale is just mind-bogglingly small. We're talking such tiny amounts that they're completely harmless. I mean, you get a bigger dose of radiation just from sleeping next to someone or from taking one airplane flight across the country. It's not even close.
So it kind of leaves you with this interesting idea, right? This banana principle. Something sounds terrifying on the surface, but once you look at the actual numbers, the scale of it, it becomes, well, nothing. It's just a fantastic reminder to always ask, okay, but how much? So the final question is, what else out there is like that? What else seems really scary until you take a second to look at the scale?